Um, yeah, I think Grove Tender is just too slow. This is pretty fast. He's definitely playing an interesting deck. Um, one, two. I mean, it's awkward. This hand is awkward. And I'm not on the draw. But I think I keep this because if I get a land on my next draw, I have 2 turns to get a land, basically. And then I got Complete Disregard, Nirkana Assassin. I think I keep this. He kept 7, so his hand must be better this time. Something better, lower than a 5-drop must be in his hand. Well, that's awkward too. All right, what you gonna do? Green, blue, nothing. Well, there's a swamp. I think I just want a Dominator drone here. And the next turn I can retreat to Agra. Or complete disregard depending on what he does. A Ruinous Path. I've got like all kinds of options here for my next turn, except for Blister Pod. All right, so you got your perfect mana. It's a 3-drop Vile Aggregate. Oh. Okay. Guess what? Complete disregard that. Yeah. That's an exile. So he's definitely on a colorless path here. I ingest. What do I get? Spell Shrivel. That's kind of cool. Now next turn I can play Retreat to Hagra, and or if I get a land I play Retreat to Hagra. If I don't, I play Calistria Healer. It's a 3-drop. I can always ruin us past something here. Skyrider Elf. Okay, so it's a 3/3 flyer. Sure. I will trade with you all day long. And a Blister Pod. Sure. So land. So Calistria Healer. Okay, swinging with Dominator Drone. Alright, you're not going to trade that, huh? Interesting. Life Spring Druid. Okay. So, not sure what you're planning on doing there, but I'm going to keep Bone Splinters back. I got Ruinous Path and Bone Splinters now. I would like to get Blister Pod out, because that's a good target for Bone Splinters. Outnumber. So he's going to outnumber that. I can't sorcery Bone Splinters it. So that seems pretty good. Alright, you got me. I'm casting Vestige of Embercool. Alright. Well, if you attack with Blister Pod, I'm definitely blocking it with Callistria. Which, why wouldn't you do that? Alright. Well, my assassin comes in then. That's interesting. Well, no, it's not. That comes into play when Retreat to Hagra is open. So I just play this assassin. Boom. Wish I had the white retreat. That would be amazing. No, I'm not attacking into that. I will be taking 6 next turn, so that takes me down to 13. Well, I think I deal with the flyer. Mm. Okay, so he's not getting these. Oh, for God's sake. All right, well. I have no choice. I have to ruin his path, the Blight Herder. And then I probably get in for 1 here. If he lets all 3 in, he's kind of crazy. Okay. Gets in for 7. Yep. Seems that way. Unless you have Swell of Growth. So for 3. So I get in for 3 here. God, that white is so useless. What do I do here? I think the retreat is bad. I think to stop the bleeding, I kill the Skyrider Elf with Bone Splinters. I can't see the chat. Okay, so what do I do here? I Bone Splinters what exactly? The Callistrial Healer I Bone Splinters, I think, to get rid of the Skyrider Elf. He gets in for 4. I attack in for 3. The crackback is 6. I think no, it's not. If I don't attack, all right, so if I attack in, this is tough. If I attack in with both, that gets in 3 damage. It takes him down to 6. I bone splinters then the Callisto Healer to the Skyrider Elf. But I have no blockers at that point for 6 damage because the +2/+0 and retreat. So I think I attack with Callisto Healer, deal 1 damage, then bone splinters. Then play retreat to Hagra and pass. Alright. And then he has to make it unblockable or it gives +2/+0 first strike, which means I just jumped that in front of the Vestige of Emberpool. Alright. So planes first. Then I'm going to go to attacks. This would be easier if that was a forest or even the canopy vista. Alright, so there's that. We can't do anything about that. Then I bone splinters, Skyrider Elf, Pain with the Callisto Healer. Then retreat to Hagra and pass the turn. I survive another turn. If he gets land, okay, so Barrage Tyrant's fine for this turn. It also means he probably doesn't have land in hand. So let's see what he attacks with. He just attacks with the Vestige. Interesting. So I'm going to take that 3. Because there's no point to blocking it with this. Where in God's name were you? Alright, so gain life here. Play Blister Pod, play Slam Hammer. Put it on. It's definitely that. Actually,